Good evening. It is Sunday, July 9th, approximately 8:06 p.m. I'd like to let everybody know basically what has been happening. Okay, July 6th, approximately 9 a.m., I gave Carolyn medication, and about 15 minutes later, she come running back into my room happy as hell, saying, Linda Cross is on her way here. I'm going to take her to go to Burger King and, spend some time with her. I do not like Linda Cross. I do not trust Linda Cross, but this is not about me. It was about letting this old lady be happy. I can't pick and choose who her friends are. I can only protect her against them. But I wasn't willing to overstep my bounds for my personal reasons. I said that to state all this. July 6th. Like I say, about 9:15, before 9:30. Carolyn's happy. Linda's going to come pick her up and spend a little time with her. She needs that. Approximately 11:30, Linda tries to call her. Carolyn is knocked out. She took her medications. Now, the evil side of me wanted to pretend like, hey, let this just happen. Carolyn sleep, her loss. But no. I literally chose to wake Carolyn up, ask her, would you like to speak to Linda? She's supposed to be coming to pick you up. She got out of her grog and called Linda back. And Linda said she'll come and pick her up. Okay. Carolyn acted like she didn't want to do anything, like she was going to just sit there in the fog. Says, Carolyn, you want to make yourself look pretty, go clean yourself up, at least wash your face, comb your hair, make yourself presentable. All right, approximately 1:30 p.m., Linda gets here. She doesn't come in the house. She has Carolyn go outside, and that's just fine with me. Before Carolyn got to the car, I noticed she didn't have a drink in her hand, so I ran to the refrigerator. She likes these little Dunkin' Donut iced coffee things, and I got a lot of them for her. So I went and got her a brand new one of those, and seen her pack of cigarettes were still laying on the table. So I ran outside and handed them to her and told her to have a good time. Okay, while she was gone, I worked my ass off in the house. It was a good time to scrub the house down. And I did. And I had a little steak cooked for Carolyn. I cooked 2 of them on a griddle. I was hungry, and I made sure she had one when she got home. I cooked her a little side dish to go with it. Approximately 4:55 p.m., I hear my dogs barking outside, and my dog don't want to let Linda in. Just didn't want to do it. I knew he knows evil when he sees it. But I intentionally went out there and helped him so she can come in the house. Okay, once I did that, I sat down. She immediately said, give me all of Carolyn's drugs now. Carolyn's going to stay with me. And Carolyn was standing beside her at that point, and she says, hand her that piece of paper. And handed me a piece of paper that said I needed to vacate these premises. I was evicted. Okay. So what she did was pick Carolyn up on fraudulent charges because she was supposed to only take her to go get a sandwich. But instead, she took her and did what she did. Now, I know everybody's asking why on earth would she do this. I'm happy to explain this to you. Her and John last year literally tried to kill this woman. I can't recall the date, but it was here in July. I mean, she was found in her feces. She was in a bed for at least 3 days, in all of this, asshole naked, with bed sores, stuck to her hair, feces, ears, fingernails, toenails, and anywhere else. Okay, John, her boyfriend, you want to know what he was actually doing? He had 3 TVs in that bedroom going on. Every last one of them had porn going on. And he was sitting there jacking his dick watching this woman die. Okay, Carolyn's daughter came 3 days in a row to bring Carolyn her prescription meds. John would never let her in. So what Lisa did, that's Carolyn's daughter, was go around to the back of the house and lay a baggie every day for 3 days with Carolyn's daily meds in it. On the 4th day, Lisa came back. All those meds are still exactly where she put them, and they knew she put them medicines there. Lisa demanded, she was about to call the cops, that if he did not let her in, cops were being involved. John came to the door, dick hard, asshole naked, and Lisa went in the room and found her mom probably within minutes of dying. Okay. Come to find out, she had a fentanyl overdose. Linda and John were thick as thieves. It became known Linda gave those drugs to John. Now, Carolyn was put in a hospital. Then she was put in a rehabilitation. At the rehabilitation center, Lisa literally came and gave her more drugs, fentanyl, in the form of a pill. Carolyn literally thought she was taking a medicine. It was fentanyl. The day Carolyn got out of, let's back up. I come over to this house in August. Was going through a lot of shit with my dad. But I came over here to literally get the back brakes on my car changed. I knew John was capable of doing it, and I had no problem paying him. I needed the work bad. Them brakes were bad. I just replaced the front brakes. Once John did that, I paid him, and he begged me not to leave here. So he says he didn't want to be in this house alone. And I told him if he fucking touched me, what the fuck I was going to do to him, and it wasn't going to be pretty. He agreed to keep, let's just say I stayed here until Carolyn got out of rehab. Okay, John was on his best behavior, actually. He even went days really without drinking much of anything. He was not drunk in, say, at least 6 days. I knew he drank some, but he was not drunk. He was on his best behavior because he didn't want me to leave this house. He didn't want to be in here by himself. Okay, then all of a sudden, one day, he called his fucking friend Lori. That's who he fucked. She's a prostitute, a drunk that doesn't bathe. He had her up in this house. And when I tell you, these mothers went on a binge fucking drunk. They did. They started to invite people in, actually invited homeless people to come live in there. They was about to have an orgy, and I broke all that shit. Nope. Anyway, Carolyn gets out of rehab. Let me back up. In all these days that I was not, that I was here before Carolyn got out the hospital, if John was talking to Linda, it was very little. Okay, I seen no traces of it. Linda was not here. I had no idea really who the fuck Linda was. But as soon, the very same day, Carolyn got out of rehab, Linda was here, and John and Linda were just like this, constantly talking back and forth whether she was here or not. And she wasn't here much because I made sure of it. The day Carolyn got out of the damn rehab, John let Linda know. Linda flew over here and demanded that she, and only she, and John should take Carolyn straight to the bank. Okay. They did just that. And here's what they did while they were at the bank. They went there with the intention to get John put on as a joint account onto Carolyn's account. The problem came in that John owes so much money on his own accounts that if he got added to Carolyn's account, they were going to take the money out of Carolyn's account to take care of his debt. He couldn't have that because his whole intention was to drain Carolyn's bank account. Okay, that particular day, they did get $100 out of the bank. And needless to say, there were gallons or half gallons of the cheapest vodka just flowing around here for fucking days. It was god awful. They literally, John, Lori, literally just drank half gallons. Drank themselves into stupidity. Never once did they go check on Carolyn. Now, John did go in the room, but to check on Carolyn, no. What he did was took the remaining $40. They took $100 out of her account. Lori ended up with 20. John ended up with 40, and there was still 40 in Carolyn's wallet. John went in there and grabbed another 20 out of her damn wallet. Okay? He did not. He grabbed another 20 out of that wallet, and for the next day, nobody even went in that room but me. And I took care of Carolyn. I just need to let y'all know. I just sat and started fucking observing shit. And Linda and John were inseparable on every way. Now let me give y'all another example. Every day, approximately 3 p.m., all of a sudden, John be up in this house trying to get Carolyn out of this motherfucker. Steadily texting with Linda. I knew something was up. What I thought was maybe they were going to try and get her to sign her rights over. I didn't know what, but I knew something was the fuck up. For nearly 2 weeks straight, from 3:15 p.m. till 5 p.m. Because I noticed day one, once 5 p.m. came real close to it, the interest was no longer there to get Carolyn out the house. Okay, I said all of that. Me and John tried to get along, and I even allowed Linda to come here to see Carolyn. And I caught Linda twice going through Carolyn's wallet. Literally flat out caught her trying to steal money out of the wallet. Okay, John sat in the dining room with me. Linda was in the bedroom trying to steal money out of Carolyn's wallet. And John says, yeah, what we were going to do was take Carolyn to the courthouse, and we were going to get married. Okay, John didn't have a problem telling me. Linda? Oh, she went the fuck off. Why? I believe she was going to trick both these motherfuckers and end up with this house. Was her intentions. As I said, she got extremely pissed when John told the fucking truth. Okay, she says, I ain't doing this no more. I'm out of the blah, 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 blah. Okay. John ended up going to jail. Linda, here and there, has tried to pull shit against me. Who gives a fuck? She's a petty cunt. Doesn't bother me not one iota. I see through it. I'm a big girl. I handle myself. And I did. But Linda, okay, let's jump to what's happening now. I've taken 17 minutes of people's time. Linda made an appointment with Carolyn to come pick her up. She took her. Fraud was a crime what she did. Took a vulnerable adult and got an eviction against me. It was criminal. To get her drugs. Okay, she came back here, told me immediately, give me all of Carolyn's drugs. She's going to stay with me for a couple of days. And told Carolyn to give me that piece of paper. I called the cops. Long story short, I called the cops. And I always, even when other cops were coming, I always made sure on one of my phones I had somebody in dispatch listening, and I was in constant communication with. Shows my intent and frame of mind and what's going on with me. And this cop come up to me and told me, you're getting ready to leave now. You're getting ready to give all her meds to her. And it became real clear real quick. He was going to take me to jail. Now I'm sitting on the phone with dispatch. And when the cops pulled up, I just told the dispatch, I'm going to go in the house and go get her medications. And the lady from dispatch says, whatever you do, do not go get those drugs. Do not give anybody those drugs. I says, yes, ma'am. Okay. And this lady was on the phone when this cop was demanding that he's going to arrest me if I don't get her meds. So I says, okay, I'll do just that. I got up to the top of the stairs. I slammed the door behind me and locked that motherfucker. I ran to my fucking bedroom. I grabbed the fucking padlock for my door and my keys. Fuck a phone. No, I brought my phones. Let me stop lying. I had my phones in my hand. I immediately locked my fucking doors. I expected cops to run through the back door on me. Okay, I already knew I was going to jail, but what I was not going to do was be victimized and get robbed completely. Okay, that wasn't going to happen. Okay, I was only going to get one fucking charge. Make it fucking count. I stood for something so I didn't fall for anything. I locked the door. I ran out the back door. I threw my keys over the fucking fence. And then I went out the side gate leading to the front of the house with my hands on my head with my phones and says, I'm ready. The cops had their guns on me. They told me that they needed to make sure that I didn't have any of her belongings to pull up my shirt. So I took my shirt off. Okay. They told me to empty my pockets. Had nothing in them, but I made rabbit ears just the same. I don't think the back pockets I have in these on the shorts even were real. Wasn't nothing in them. And I had no panties on, just them damn shorts. Sorry to be graphic. And the cop had the nerve when he can see what's in your bra. I left the motherfucker straight up. Apparently he wanted to see my titties because he could see there was nothing in my bra. Hey, give him cheap throat. Freebie. Alright. I had discombobulated them. I had them off of their game. And I knew I was going to jail. I don't know how I discombobulated them to... I was able to leave the property. They says I can go. I walked straight to my fucking neighbor's house. I got my bail on the phone. And I recalled the police. So I had 2 telephones with my bail on the phone, on one phone, and dispatch police on the other phone, and asking them how do I handle this situation. And I was on them and they were telling me every step of the way. I went into Penny's house just so I can call these people, just to buy myself a second. And when I come out, I had both of these on the phone. Cop was standing on the front porch. And he snatched me. I says, oh, we gonna do it like that now? And my phones hit the ground. I was put in handcuffs and led away. Before he snatched me, he did tell Penny, tell the kids to go in the house. They don't need to see this. I already knew what the fuck that meant. But nevertheless, those kids had to watch me. They love me. I'm the lady who gives them popsicles every day. I brighten up their day. They love me. Just because I'm the crazy popsicle lady. And they had to be traumatized to watch me be arrested and walk in handcuffs. And the cop steadily grabbed my arm, trying to put pressure on it and trying to get me off of the camera that was on the cruiser, so he can violate me off of the camera. Oh no, I started going back toward the camera. I said, oh no, we stepping in front of this fucking cruiser camera. He says, we're going to walk where I want to walk. I said, as long as it's in front of this fucking camera, we're good. And that's what the fuck we did. As soon as we got to his cruiser, he read me my Miranda rights. I knew what the fuck that was about. Yes, hey, you're under arrest. But the whole thing, he put me in that fucking car. And because he read me the Miranda rights, dumbass, he was going to use everything I did against me. Fucked around and found out it didn't work quite like that. I used it to my advantage. They kept me in their car 2 hours. Windows up. No air on. Felt like hot baby syndrome in that car. I was cool and collected the whole time. They'd every now and then come in, ask me questions. Who are you talking to when I arrested you? I'm talking to the fucking police. He says, no, I'm the police. No, I was talking to the fucking police. I was talking dispatch. Yeah, that was recorded. That didn't sit too well with him. And he kept asking me, Who is Jay Horton? I said, motherfucker, no, excuse me. He asked me, how do I know Jay Horton? I says, that's my protector and my bail. You know exactly who the fuck Jay Horton is. As a matter of fact, his niece works with you. Don't play stupid with me. That stopped the wheels from me going straight to jail. They fucked around and found out that I was covering my ass every way possible. They still continued to try and get the drugs from me. They kept lying to me. And I'd flat out fucking tell one first example. The female officer came straight up to me in the car, rolled that window down. I thought she was going to give me a little ear. And basically, she says, your eyes are dilated, you're high. I says, bitch, you're lying. I want you to take a fucking test. Take your damn flashlight out right now. Matter of fact, we do hair follicle tests. I got 23 fucking years clean. I ain't lying. My eyes aren't dilated. You're lying. She says, am I? Says, yeah, bitch, you're flat out fucking lying. She tried to lie to me 3 other times throughout the course of me being in the car. And I called her out, flat out on her fucking lies. Every one of them. And then the guy tried twice. Caught him flat the fuck out. Every word he said was lying, and I knew it. Okay. They left out the car. They left me sitting. Probably a few more interactions they come. I asked them, doesn't it make common sense that if the daughter wanted me out of here, why isn't the daughter here? And this chick just does this while the daughter's out of town? Daughter has no idea. I kept bringing common sense shit to them. And I made it real clear that if they let this lady, this junkie, who literally tried to kill this lady last year and gave her a near fatal overdose, that if anything happens to this lady, I'm going to fucking sue them. I'm going to take them to fucking, I'm going to press charges against them. Try me if you want to. Y'all know the fuck I have no problem putting shit out there. I don't give a fuck. I like the truth. Anyway, last interaction with them. And I noticed they jumped in their car. I know I got a camera on me because I keep asking. That camera is working, right? And every time they approached me, I immediately asked them, your camera is on, right? Okay. So finally, they gonna try and see if they can sweat me to where I'm like, okay, I've had enough of this shit. I'll give you the drugs. Ha 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 ha. Nope. Didn't quite work like that. Since no human would listen to me, I knew a camera would. So bitch started singing. I started giving common sense, detailed, totally sober reason of logic, stating out things as they actually were happening, and magically, all of a sudden, the cops, there's 2 squads, actually SUVs. I'm in the second one. I'm in the back one. The other cops are actually watching me on camera in the first car. And like I say, after, hey, I poured it out there. They fuck around and something happened. A bitch was gonna get paid. And they knew it. They were fucking up and they know it. They hurried up. See, I made sure everything was documented. Covered my ass. Mysteriously, they came out, handcuff key in hand, opened my door, told me to get out, took them keys off. Cop tried to ask, I know you lied to me and you insulted me with that. And I says, everything you said to me was a lie and I felt insulted. So let's just agree not to ask each other fucking questions to where we're going to insult each other's intelligence with the answers. Yeah, okay. I start to look and walk away. I walked up to where that damn paper was for the eviction. I says, you sorry ass bastards, come look. Get your ass over here and look at this paper. There is not a judge's signature. There is no stamp. There is nothing. This is a fucking printout. They says, oh, we seen the original. I says, I was never served a fucking eviction notice, a legitimate one, and you violated me. Now, what's about to take place? Monday, I am going to go down to the sheriff's office and get an incident report. I am also calling legal aid as I was supposed to when I went to the eviction office. They told me hurry and go talk to legal aid. I will get this. Karma's a motherfucker. She did this to herself. She's going to get prosecuted for this. Now, I need to also let y'all know, she caused all their problem. Couldn't get the drugs. The daughter straight up called her. This chick says, I'm keeping your mother, blah, blah, blah. She says the money's cut off. There is none. What did this lady do? Instead of bringing this lady home to get her medications, because she needed them, she takes her straight to the hospital, trying to see if they can get an emergency prescription. Okay, it didn't happen. They gave Carolyn a gabapentin and discharged her. What does Linda Cross do? The caring friend who did all of this. She drives her straight back here and dumps her. But Karma's a motherfucker. She committed a crime against a vulnerable and adult. God don't like ugly. And the law is on my side. So, thank you for everybody who was willing to listen to these 30 minutes. But that's what's going on with me. Me personally, my life is better than it's been in years. Everything is going really good for me. I'm good. Carolyn's well taken care of. We cast out a fucking demon. She's probably going to be criminally prosecuted. All is well that ends well. Thank y'all and have a great week.